I just want to say I'm sorry this video took so long to get out, but I wanted to include these clips because it took place 2 days before I crashed my original V4. And I think it's very revealing considering the language that I'm using in the video, and it's very important to understand that contrast between my old one and the new one. And there's a little bit of funny moments, so I just hope you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video.
Well, this is a little awkward. There's the county sheriffs to my right here, and I don't have a license plate. They were mean mugging me the second I pulled in here, and so... What's up? Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I like the color. Those sheriffs were mean mugging me the second I pulled in here, and I think I've been here for about 5 minutes. I think I've overstayed my welcome quite a bit. Hannah's still rocking the car though? Yeah. So she can't hear us. Oh, sick. 999. I love those. All right, let's get out of here before these sheriffs rip me off my bike. Do you know where to go? Unbelievable.
Do I need to put directions in?
Yeah, dude, I'm sweltering here. This bike is so hot.
Which mall are we going to?
I don't know. Hannah's
she's putting it in her phone. All right, Simon, make sure you look cool for Mr. Cameraman, huh?
Yeah, Mr. Cameraman, huh? Give him a little.
I think I gave him the peace sign a little too late.
I think I blinked. Do it again.
Oh, it's right here. Thank God. Oh my God. I didn't know it was gonna be this hot today, bro. I thought it was supposed to be like, you know, kind of cool like it was last night.
I think we can wrap all the way around over here.
This is kind of popping.
Bro, I just heard my fan. I didn't even know that thing worked. Okay, bye.
You know what? Later, I'm gonna be really thankful.
Hey, you know there's a brush you can use on your chain and clean the chain?
Oh yeah.
You don't.
Oh. Dude, I actually might buy one of those 660s to replace our MT-07.
I'm telling you, dude, they're actually so much fun.
I just hope that like you can wheelie it.
I can't, me personally.
That tire is looking a little low, dude.
Little bit.
Plenty of miles left.
Oh my God.
Hey, come on. It's getting worse. Holy shit.
Yeah, we've gotten like 80 miles.
Yeah, I should have ordered the new one. I thought the season was over, so I just didn't order one.
No.
No, we got like 2 months left.
Well, I mean, it's gonna start getting thinner and thinner, but
yeah, more fun.
My tire's getting thinner and thinner.
I think it's definitely still worth getting a new tire.
I don't know how. I guess I was doing burnouts that one day. That would definitely do it. Remember that, Jake? You're like, well, there goes $50. I was like, I didn't think about that. I want a new bike.
Supermoto.
Nah, R1.
I know. You're gonna want the fast bike, and you're gonna eat yourself in the first 2 months of ownership. It's all right. You'll learn.
Yeah.
You'll learn.
Yeah.
Dude, some guy over there was telling me, he's like, "Are you wearing eyeliner?" I'm like, yeah. He's like, "Are you emo?"
It's like, am I wearing eyeliner?
No, he's like legitimately asking me. He's like, "Are you emo?" I'm like, "Baby." He's like, "What's your favorite band?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Would I wear this if I was a normal human?
I just tried to explain, like, it just looks cool with the helmet on.
Huh?
Oh, it burned myself. I thought you guys were getting ready.
I guided too, and then I don't know where they disappeared to, so I don't know.
Want to just us three go?
They said they were going to check on someone's bike, and then
There's a gas station down the road. Can we just meet them there?
what gas station? Oh, the one like right there?
Look it up.
Like where the truck stop is, like that thing, or no?
I don't remember what brand it was. I just remember it was close to the highway.
Oh, they're walking back.
About time. I'm cooking here, dude. This bike's still hot.
I'm trying to call Trey, but my helmet won't connect.
My nuts are still on fire.
My nuts are on fire. My butthole's on fire.
Losing kids by the minute here.
Bro, I got it. Oh my God, I think I had a little one come out. I think I had a little friend join us.
Little nugget.
A nice little rosebud.
Are you on TikTok?
What?
Are you on TikTok?
Yeah.
You look familiar.
That's me.
What was your name?
Matthew.
You look familiar. What's your TikTok?
Thought taken.
You're on my front page all the time. And I looked at you and I'm like,
Oh, that's a good thing.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, stay safe.
Thanks, you too, brother. Alright, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I was just...
What?
This thing's pretty sweet.
Okay.
Thank you.
I already know who you are. I was a little nervous coming on, not gonna lie. I rode all the way from Grafton, like an hour and a half away on my ground.
Took me about an hour to get here too. It's quite a hike.
Are you in like Cleveland? Yeah. So I thought.
A little bit of a distance.
I saw you get on the highway. You like passed us and like blew the light.
Oops.
But I've seen you out a couple times, and I like every single time I'm somewhere, you're either were just there and had just left, or
I swear it's like the same 5 spots. Alright, nice to meet you, brother. I'm back.
What
are we doing?
Hurts so bad. Right here.
Hold on.
Are you that taken?
What?
Are you that thought taken?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, man?
I like to come to these. They're fun. They're entertaining. I think we're gonna get out of here. Nice to meet you guys. Alright, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so we're gonna follow into Trey's, and then Trey's gonna grab a jacket.
Okay. I'm gonna turn my wheelie control off on this thing. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing up.
Careful. Bro, it's $4. Bro, we should keep him on.
Have you ever been to Buc-ee's?
No, bro. That is my dream gas station. As fat as that sounds, Bro, I wanna go try their food for real.
I didn't get to try their food. I got to try their bathrooms, and their bathrooms are pretty nice. But
There we go.
I don't really miss Texas all that much. Texas was kind of miserable. Just the weather there was.
Hot, bro.
There's no time of the day where you can ride. It's just hot all the time.
Is it humid too?
No, it's just dry heat, but it's like 100 degrees.
Yeah. Cool, because in Arizona, I'd assume it was pretty similar. My cousins live there, and like whenever we'd go in the summer, we stopped going in the summer because it would get up to like 115, bro. Like it was bad.
Come on, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. Reset my tripodometer, because I don't have a gas gauge, because I'm not bougie like that.
Ducati not having a gas gauge is fucked.
Not on any single one of their bikes unless you're spending over 25 grand.
No way.
Yeah, only the Diavo and the Multi, I think, have fuel gauges. Oh, well, you guys are just making it not very obvious anymore, are you?
Trey found out somehow.
Trey found out? I mean, you guys are fucking making it pretty obvious here.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm picking up something here.
Dude, I'm picking up something here. I think I'm onto something here.
Apparently there's other people on our channel.
No, there's not.
Sound like a bunch of cute guys coming towards us, huh?
Nightmare, what's going on? What?
Just take off and regular?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not, dude. That was definitely not me.
Alright. What's up, man?
What's going on?
So, River just called us.
Yeah.
Said a red Ducati with a guy wearing pants like that just ran from.
That was not me.
Where are you coming from?
Okay, that was not me.
Were you driving aggressive and fast on 90?
No. I mean, I'm going faster than the speed of traffic. I'm not going that fast.
And they chased it. And they said it got off on 117. I saw you on 117. You know what I mean?
That was not me.
So, are you willing to give me your driver's license? And
Yeah, I can give you anything you need.
All right, let's get the license. This is your plate. I appreciate you being cool about it. It's just,
no.
there's a lot of variables that are pointing to this. I mean, you know what I mean?
It seems a little coincidental, but
I mean, the other thing is a lot of these bikes run.
And yours looks like yours can flip up, but a lot of them can. So just please be careful.
Yeah.
All right. I don't have enough to cite you or anything like that. But
I appreciate you coming.
be careful because a lot of people are going to be looking now.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my first fucking batch of road. You want me to call it ambulance? Take the phone, James. I'm on 480. I'm like right before where it switched to 480 or 71. There's a motorcycle that just crashed.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I got a Ducati Scrambler. Okay, we're joking about this. I'm gonna put it away now. Sorry, I'm joking. We're not getting a Scrambler. Great bikes, phenomenal bikes, but not me. Obviously, my motorcycle crash affected me a lot. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat that in any sense of the imagination. Obviously, everybody handles these things differently, and I took that thing pretty hard. Hit the ground pretty hard, and yeah, the physical stuff sucked for a little bit. Not being able to walk right for the longest time really sucked. I like to think of myself as kind of like a mostly active person, and so like not being able to go for walks or hit the gym affected me heavily. I originally wanted to do like a 3-month post-crash recovery video, but it's a little bit over 3 months, but I just wanted to show you guys. That's what the road rash, that's like what the worst part of the road rash looks like, that at least I can show you. I have a little bit worse stuff on my butt still. I'm missing a little bit of my butt, unfortunately. Never gonna see that, hopefully. That's what road rash looks like about 3 months post-accident, and it's probably never going to fully heal. I have a little bit more on this elbow as well, and I have a little bit more on my shoulder that's actually starting to clear up a little bit, but the road rash wasn't even the worst part. It was not being able to walk or stand properly for pretty much months. It wasn't until a couple days ago until I was finally, check this out, I can walk normal. It's great. I still can't jump up and down, but that's just kind of where I'm at with it. Still not 100%, clearly. I can't go for runs, I can't jump, can't go rock climbing, I can't do a lot of activities, but I can ride. I just got back from California, and while I was in California, I was given an S1000 to ride by a viewer of the channel, who was very generous to let me ride his leader bike with heated grips out in the California cold. It was warm for the most part, but it does get chilly at night. In that meantime, I have realized something about myself, and that is, unfortunately, you're smiling, I'm unfortunately a degenerate. And I realized that about myself, and I realized that I've done something to myself that I could never ever reverse, and that is the fact that I owned and rode leader bikes over the summer. I had 3 massive leader bikes: my 2024 Ducati V4, my 2024 Kawasaki H2, and my 2023 BMW S1000RR. The V4, of course, as you know, has been wrecked. What a lot of people don't know is I sold my BMW S1000, constant problems and various other things, but that bike is no longer here on the channel. The S1000 did mean a lot to me in the way that I rode that bike. That bike was incredibly easy to ride as a leader bike. I could ride the S1000 like a freaking supermoto. I was popping wheelies on that thing like nobody's business. So much so I ended up blowing out the chain on that thing at 5,500 miles. That thing needed probably every maintenance item in the book, but that's BMWs. That's something something I was never really able to do on my Panigale V4. My old Panigale V4 was a hard bike to ride, similar to the H2. The V4 and the H2 were very similar bikes. They both had single-sided swing arms, both very difficult to ride, both very borderline impossible to wheelie. And so that's why I ended up keeping my BMW around for so long, even though I wanted to sell that bike way sooner than what I actually did. After I wrecked the V4, I felt like I didn't want to be on 1000s anymore. I felt like these bikes are wholly unnecessary, and going this fast on them is, you don't need to go that fast to have fun. And so I sold my BMW S1000 going into the winter, and all that leaves me with in my 1000cc lineup is my Kawasaki H2, which brings me to today's video. Sorry to string you guys along for so long, but I did buy a 2025 Panigale V4. I actually bought this bike while I was in California. I really hate to say that. I've been hiding this from you guys for a terribly long time, but I bought a 2025 Ducati Panigale V4, which makes me incredibly happy. Now, of course, going into the fall, you guys know I was torn about buying another S1000 RR. I missed the wheelies on that bike first and foremost. I didn't miss the service on that bike. I didn't miss working on that bike. That bike sucked to work on, even more so than these bikes. The technology on that bike, while great, I mostly rode with it off majority of the time. But what I liked about the BMWs is when you turn the technology off, there's absolutely nothing interfering between you and the motorcycle. Unlike my old Panigale V4, which when you would fully turn off the electronics, there were still some weird things going on with the throttle and the clutch that would prevent me from doing clutch ups. I don't know if it was just specific to my bike or if this is just an old Ducati thing, but after test riding the brand new 2025 Panigale V4, I can confidently confirm and happily confirm that that's no longer the case. I have and I will be able to clutch up this bike. I promise you that. I don't know if it's something I'll ever be able to post, but like I've said in the past, I don't buy bikes for social media. It just so happens that social media funds my obsession with bikes, and so I can buy the bikes that I want to buy. Is this something I think a lot of people are going to be interested in watching? Maybe. I don't know. I gotta be honest. I know the H2 is a bike that a lot of people like to watch. It's like kind of like a content bike that a lot of people drool over, and I get why. It's a phenomenal bike. It's very interesting. It's boosted. This is a naturally aspirated V4. It's also a brand new model, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how people respond to it. But besides all that, this is a bike that I bought for myself. After so much riding this summer, I can't even begin to describe to you how much I was riding this summer. It was kind of, I was pushing myself, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm thankful for it now because I have a plethora of content to go over the winter. I mean, I'm pretty much able to post daily over the winter, even though, I don't know if you want to pan the camera outside, but there's quite a bit of snow outside right now. So I'm like, yeah, it's a little hard to ride right now. But the benefit is I have a lot of fresh content that's still available. So what next year is going to look like, I don't know. I'm probably going to try to travel a little bit more, and so that way I don't have to ride as much. I can only ride when I feel like riding. I don't feel pressured to try to go out and get as much content as possible. And so, yeah, that's kind of what this bike is meant to represent. Crashing a motorcycle in the way that I did and having as much like mental struggle after that as much as I did, and then running out and buying another one probably doesn't seem like the best idea in the world. I can understand from an outsider's perspective, but hear me out. This bike is gonna be a lot easier to ride compared to the last one. I'm not as scared of this one as I was my last one. This bike, you can ride it like a 600 if you really want to. You can get cruise control on this bike, for Christ's sakes. Like, I don't know what else you want. It's a lot more comfortable to ride. I feel like I can put way more miles on this bike and not have to worry as much as my old bike. Dual-sided swing arm is gonna be a lot easier to maintain compared to a single-sided one, at least in my opinion. I know people like to disagree on that, but I think double-sided swing arms have always been more easy to maintain. I don't know why. Obviously, I said a lot of things that like, oh, you don't need a 1000cc to have fun. And I still stand by that. I don't think you need a bike like this. You don't. Ducati's coming out with a V2. I think it's going to be a phenomenal motorcycle. I also plan on checking that out and reviewing it, so if you want to stick around for that. I'm also going to likely be buying an R9 as well. That's another middleweight bike. I really enjoy middleweights. I get a lot of fun out of middleweights. They require a lot of technical skill that I'm still getting better at, but I'm getting better at on those bikes more so than these bikes. The lesson that I want to try to teach today is don't ride a leader bike. Don't do it. You're gonna want one. And once you buy one, it's really hard to go back. The sensation and feeling of popping a wheelie at redacted miles an hour, I think you know what I'm trying to say. Popping wheelies at insane speeds, doing degenerate things, hopefully not putting anybody else at risk. I would never try to advocate for that, but I get it. Like, trying to have fun on these things is very easy to do. And the problem is I did that too much to myself. I rode 3 liter bikes last summer. I spent majority of the miles on those bikes. Yeah, I have my 698 and my MT-07. Those are phenomenal bikes. I also love those as well. Very well scratches that 1000cc itch. The problem is
it's still not a 1000cc bike. And same with the H2. While yes, it does go extremely fast, it's not a technical riding bike. That's a bike you hop on and go blast down the freeway as fast as possible. This is a bike I can hop on, blast down the freeway as fast as possible, pop a wheelie if I want to, and then go hit up some twisties. It does everything high performance as possible. Can be a bad thing, because with performance on motorcycles, it's not like cars where you're just like wailing around corners and like doing everything as fast as possible. No, the motorcycle, there comes risk. This thing is going to be popping wheelies well over 100 miles an hour. My 698's not doing that. When I pop a wheelie on my 698, I'm going tops like 30 when I initiate the wheelie. And so that is the crux of what the problem is with these bikes. This is absolutely sport bike perfection, dude. And any which way you look at it, it takes the reliability that I had with my Panigale V4. My V4 was perfect. It takes the character of the V4 with the throttle and the electronics of the S1000. It's the perfect 1000. And so that's why I hate the idea of buying another 1000. I hated the idea, I'm sorry, this is past tense now, I bought this thing. I hated the idea of buying another one. That's why I did. Now, I'm going to try to chill out this season. I'm not just like trying to make this all sad and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go wheelie and wreck and, you know, unalive and get arrested. Like, no, I'm gonna really try to be conscious. I wanna preemptively apologize to all the police departments in my area. I'm terribly sorry. These bikes are of course meant to go really fast. And I don't think anyone is buying these bikes, like literally anybody at this dealership, I don't think anyone's buying these bikes with the intention of trying to, you know, drive 10 miles an hour to church, okay? Like, let's not pretend. But we can be smarter about how we have fun on a motorcycle. Becoming a ghost. And I don't mean the sense of like weaving through cars, that type of ghost. I mean like literally choosing and only choosing areas in which there are no cars, there are no people, no pedestrians. Be smart about where you're having fun on these things. And that's what I'm gonna try to practice this season. Yeah, I'm still gonna have my fun, and it's gonna be stupid, dangerous, maybe, you know, probably will get in a little bit of trouble. I don't want to scare people. I don't want to blow past cars doing insane speeds and give grandma a heart attack. Just a dude. I don't want to say kid anymore. I turned 23. I feel like I'm beyond the point of calling myself a kid. I'm just a dude who wants to have fun on my bike, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Probably gonna hit some track days this season. That'll be a lovely time on this bike. We're gonna be doing a lot on this thing, and I just hope that you guys understand and stick around for that. I don't mean this to be like a somber video. It's a little bit scary hopping back on a V4 after, you know, crashing one, but this is the decision that I've decided to make. We've been playing around with the V4 for a little bit, and so I just want to like talk about some of the features I've seen on it. Bennett rides. Well, he currently doesn't have a motorcycle. His mom yelled at him for buying an R6 a few years ago, so he currently doesn't have a motorcycle. I've been telling him he needs to start making videos. He needs to become a helmet talker so that way he can afford another bike. He gets an excuse. No, because his mom keeps making him sell bikes, and so he gets an excuse to be a helmet talker.
Yeah.
This is what the startup sequence looks like on the new V4, my new V4. Of course, I didn't get the S model. I apologize for that. I know that's like what a lot of other influencers are getting right now. They wanted the S model. I preferred the base model on my bikes. I'm like usually a pretty big base model guy, but I prefer to get base models because they're cheaper and I can feel less guilty about putting a ton of miles on mine. I usually end up selling my bikes a lot of the time too, so that also is a factor. Also, another thing about this particular generation of Panigale V4, the last generation of Panigale V4, I think looks a lot better with the black wheel arch right there.
Yes, I agree. When it first came in today, I was like, you're going for the carbon front fairing. And he's like, no, it looks better with the red. I'm like, are you sure? And then over there's a perfect example of how the red,
I can literally see them side by side.
Yeah.
To me, from what I can tell, I get the S has like the forged wheels and the electronic suspension. Great, it's gonna be a better bike to ride overall, for sure. Is that worth $8 or $9 grand extra to you? That's gonna be up to you. To me, it really wasn't, so that's why I went with the base model. But also, yeah, dude, the wheel arch is, to me, I think it looks a lot better with the red. See the last gen, here's the last gen over here. I think the last generation looked better with the black wheel arch. So that's a base model last generation, but I think with the new red tipped wings, I think it looks better red on red. And then maybe we can get some carbon wings in the future and make that bike look a little bit more spiffy, but which is another reason why I want to kind of keep this bike stock for right now. I probably will plan on putting an exhaust on this bike in the future. We can definitely film a video trying to mangle that thing on there. That's something I didn't get to do with the last one, dude. With my last V4, I kind of just put on all the parts over the winter. Like me and the dealer, we just like threw everything on, and like as soon as we got to the summer, there was nothing left to do to the bike.
Yeah.
And so, were you with us the night I hit the object on the V4?
No. That was just, no, I was not there.
Oh, a lot of people don't like the looks of the new generation. All I can say is wait to see it in person before you make your judgment. Seeing this bike in person honestly changed my mind. I think you can agree with me on that.
100%, yep.
Yeah, I think everybody who sees these in person kind of changes their mind on that. It's definitely slimmed down a little bit, but I think the advantage is why this bike I think looks better in person is because they got rid of like the mirrors that come out of the sides here. Yeah, it looks a little bit goofy how the mirrors kind of come out of the insides, but once you remove the mirrors, there's this entire panel is clean. Do you prefer single-sided swing arms or double-sided?
Double-sided.
I was gonna say, have you ever owned a single-sided swing arm?
No.
No, you haven't.
No.
So the pain of a single-sided swing arm, let me tell you, I've owned a lot of bikes with single-sided swing arms, including my H2. The H2 is probably one of the easiest ones to own with a single-sided swing arm because it uses a lot of like parts or like tools that you would like, in order to work on it, you need tools that like everybody has sitting in their garage. Meanwhile, Ducati's single-sided swing arm, Triumph's single-sided swing arm, all require tools that most people don't have. This bike is something I am really freaking happy that Ducati, this like makes me so happy to own a Ducati right now because Ducati seems like they're moving in a little bit more of a friendly direction in terms of ownership, which I think is a good thing. A lot of people like to complain because they want to feel like they own something special even though it's fucking ridiculous to own. I don't think making something hard to work on is something that I particularly, like, that's not an advantage to me when owning a bike. What I like about this uses a normal, just like bolt. Like I have this tool to take off this rear wheel in my garage. I don't need to go out and buy something new to work on this bike. My point is I'm extremely geeked about this bike and I want people to understand like this is absolutely a purchase for me first and foremost, and we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff for me, and I'm gonna hopefully be putting a lot of miles on this bike over the summer. We're gonna have to wait a little bit though because Ohio weather is not really cooperating with us out here. I do have a truck, I don't have a trailer, but you know, trailering this bike down south somewhere is particularly, it's an option. I just hope that this reveal kind of serves as like a lesson of resilience. Obviously being knocked down after the accident really freaking sucked, and you guys being my friends, you guys definitely saw the brunt of that. And when something bad happens, I feel like that's like your human brain. You try to find some reason to like justify why that happened to you.
No, I 100% agree with you. I'm just trying to think of a reason.
It's hard, isn't it? It's really hard because there's literally no point. Like if you get hit by a car, like if you get hit by somebody else, you can sue that person and get like a ton of money. In my case, I'm lucky that I didn't get like any lifelong injuries. And, you know, this foot, like even though it's still not 100%, you know, I can still walk like normal. And one day I will be able to jump and run again like nothing ever happened. Yeah, I got a couple of scars, but that's just called being a biker. Yeah. I mean, I'm being serious. Like
got all 4 of your limbs.
Yeah, as long as you got your limbs, you got all your fingers, like get back up and keep working. That was a problem before the accident too, so yeah.
True.
Yeah, I have crashed as well. Not a fun experience. Don't recommend it.
Did you find any purpose in why you crashed? Did you learn anything from it?
Do fun things, don't do stupid things.
100%. Yeah, that's a pretty good lesson to learn. Yeah. I agree with that for sure. Wholeheartedly. There's a fine line there between fun and stupid, so good lesson. That's actually a really good way to end the video, so thank you, Ethan. I love getting different people's perspectives about bikes because I'm not a genius. I don't know everything, and so I appreciate that. Anyway, that's gonna end the reveal video. Stick around if you guys wanna see like actually riding it with these guys.
We'll be out there.
As soon as the weather clears up, you know, whenever that is, we're gonna be riding this thing to school, riding it to Columbus every which way, maybe take it down to Florida or something. It'll be a lovely time, so. All right, make sure you guys subscribe, stick around for the next one, and yeah. Bye-bye.